प्रभु तुमको मीत बनाने से, झरनों से संगीत है झरता पत्थर के टकराने से, तूफान भी तोहफा बन जाता तुमको मीत बनाने से, प्रभु तुमको मीत बनाने से। सागर रास्ता दे देता, पर्वत झुक जाता है। सागर रास्ता दे देता, पर्वत भी झुक जाता है। नामुमकिन मुमकिन हो जाता, वक्त भी रुक जाता है। हम जाने या तुम जानो, हम जाने या तुम जानो, क्या मिलता प्रीत लगाने से। तूफान भी तोहफा बन जाता, तुमको मीत बनाने से, प्रभु को मीत बनाने से। याचना ना कामना, तुमसे कुछ ना मांगे हम। याचना ना कामना, तुमसे कुछ ना मांगे हम। योग करें हम, योग्य बने, प्रभु काम तुम्हारे आए हम। कष्ट कटे सब विघ्न मिटे, कष्ट कटे सब विघ्न मिटे। लगन की अग्न लगाने से, तूफान भी तोहफा बन जाता, तुमको मीत बनाने से, प्रभु को मीत बनाने से। झरनों से संगीत है झरता, पत्थर के टकराने से। तूफान भी तोहफा बन जाता, तुमको मीत बनाने से, प्रभु तुमको मीत बनाने से। हाँ, प्रभु को मीत बनाने से। हो, तुमको मीत बनाने से।
कि तुमको बाबा Om Shanti. Shanti. Good morning, everyone. The singer, a powerful Murli, Baba is talking about the fortune. He's seen two types of children. Children who have recognized Father and take the maximum benefit from Father and live a beautiful, beautiful, blessed life with all attainments and experience all attainments in this confluence age. And there are children who call out to the Father, want to recognize the Father, and still searching. And there's a huge, huge contrast of children who have recognized Baba, and Baba is taking us through all the different, the fortune, the lines of fortune, children who have recognized Father. So you see in your Brahmin life, in this yogi life, how much you experience the 4 lines of powerful fortune. So very deep, deep Murli. And one has to listen very carefully and in that soul conscious stage as well. So the original date of the Murli is 13th December 89. The title, The Lines of Fortune of the Divine Brahman Birth. Today, Bab Dada, the creator of the world, is seeing all his children of the world in the form of human souls. Among all the souls, that is, among all the children, there are 2 types of children. One type is those who recognize the Father, and the other is those who call out to him and are trying to recognize him. However, all are his children. So today, Baba is seeing both types of children. Out of all the children, there are very few who recognize and meet Baba, whereas there are many who are trying to recognize him. A line of elevated fortune is shining on the forehead of the children who recognize Baba. The most elevated line of fortune is the divine Brahman birth received from the Father. The line of divine birth is sparkling very brightly. The children who call out without any knowledge believe that God has created them, but because they do not know him, they are unable to experience the divine birth. Churning, nice churning, what it means to experience divine birth. in this confluence age. You say that Bap Dada has given you your divine birth. And they too say that God created them. God is the creator, and God is the one who is the sustainer. However, there is so much difference in what they say and what you say. You say from experience, intoxication, and knowledge that Bap Dada, that is, the mother and father, created you. That is, he gave you your Brahman birth. You know the creator, your birth, your horoscope, the method and success of your divine birth. Each one of you remembers the day of your divine birthday, do you not? Each one of you remembers the day of your divine birthday, do you not? What is the speciality of this divine birth? Souls with ordinary births celebrate their birthdays, their education days, and their friends' days separately. What would you say? For you, your birthday, marriage day, and days of education are the same. Whether you call it Mother's Day, Father's Day, the engagement day, or whatever you wish to call it, it is the same day. Have you ever heard of such a divine birth? Throughout the entire cycle, you souls never have another day like this. In the golden age too, you will not have the same marriage, wedding day, and birthday, but this is the speciality and uniqueness of this great birth in this confluence age. In fact, the day that you became a Brahmin is your birthday. The day that you became a Brahmin is your birthday and also your marriage day, because all of you make a promise. Mine is the one Father and none other. This is the determined thought you have from the start, is it not? I eat with only you. I sit with you. I fulfill all relationships with you. This is the promise that all of you made, is it not? You Pandavas, mothers, and Kumaris have also made this promise, have you not? So your mind cannot go anywhere else, even in your dreams. Are you firm to this extent? Or do you need a companion? Do you need a special companion to do service? So, for whom would you celebrate the day of companionship? Will you celebrate the day of companionship of a serviceable companion, or of the Father being your companion? Whether someone gives service or takes service, at the time of doing service, do that service and then become so detached and loving that there is not the slightest feeling of obligation. On a physical level, someone does something, we feel obligated, we have to do something in return. But with Father, not. Whatever he does for us, it's a blessing and fortune. Those who help you in doing service, whether a brother or a sister, would be special, would they not? Those who do special service would have a special right too. So be service companions, but be companions in the stage of being observers. When you forget the stage of being an observer and become companions, you forget the Father. Practice playing your part as an observer. There are 4 special lines of fortune sparkling on the forehead of each child. Baba is going to go deeply and very powerfully with the 4 lines of fortune. First is the line of the divine birth. Second is the line of sustenance from God. Third is the line of the godly study. Fourth is the line of selfless service. Although all 4 lines of fortune are sparkling on each one's forehead, a difference is visible in the sparkle. Because of the difference in their sparkle and in the lines of being steadily extended, there are very few who have been experiencing a steady increase in all 4 lines from the beginning up to now. In between, the line of fortune in some aspects have broken, or the sparkle has either reduced or become unclear When they look at the lines on people's hands, they see that the lines on some people's hands are broken, some are constant, some are clear, and some are not so clear. So Bhaktada also continues to look at the children's lines of fortune. All of you have taken a divine birth, but the line of the divine birth of some are broken or not clear because they do not constantly follow the dharma of the birth, the religion of the birth. What is your dharma? What is your karma? You know this, do you not? All of you Brahmins are moving forward by receiving sustenance from God. Whether you are surrendered or whether you live in households, you are moving along according to the Father's directions. What would you householders say? Do you eat what you have earned? Or do you eat from that which belongs to the Father? A surrendered life. Do you eat what you have earned? Or do you eat from that which belongs to the Father? There's a huge difference in eating and having the consciousness of being a householder and eating from that which I have earned, or eating from that which belongs to the Father. Everything is purified, empowered. Everyone who eats from that is nurtured, sustained, empowered, and free from challenges and obstacles. Two different consciousness. You eat from what is the Father's because you have given everything you have to the Father and it belongs to Him. Does it not? Even if you are earning, do you hand over the income you have earned to the Father? Or do you use it for yourselves? You are trustees, are you not? Whatever is given to me, I am a trustee and I take care of it. You are trustees, are you not? So a trustee does not have anything for himself. In being a householder, there is the consciousness of mind, whereas in being a trustee, everything belongs to the Father. Even though you prepare food, you believe that you are eating Brahma Bhojan. Whom do you offer bhog to first? You offer it to the Father, do you not? To offer it means to eat what has come from the Father. You eat Brahma Bhojan. Even if you use something for your children, you do that according to directions, just as the surrendered brothers and sisters use their minds, bodies, and wealth in different tasks. In the same way, those who live on the household path also use their bodies and wealth for something whilst considering it to be entrusted to them according to the Father's Shrimad. You do this, do you not? You know, the system that's put in place, that our mind, our body, our wealth, our relationships, that's all entrusted to me, and I use that in God's service as a trustee. Everything will be so well taken care of. We will never ever run out of anything, wealth. We will never run out of food, etc. And daddies always remind us, offer the food before we offer it to our family members, offer it to Baba, and it will be purified. And whoever eats that food, their hearts will become happy. They will become free from karmic bondages, and they will be empowered. We'll never have to worry about the children and the karmic debts. We'll never have that be worried about, will they be okay? So very important in which consciousness we serve them as well. There isn't dishonesty, that is, you don't mix the dictates of your own mind with that which has been given to you in trust, do you? So all of you Brahman souls are receiving godly sustenance. Sustenance is given to you in order to make you powerful. Sustenance is given to you in order to make you powerful. What is the practical form of the sustenance received from the mother? The child becomes strong. So you have all become master or mighty authorities with the sustenance given through Brahma, the mother. However, some of you children use the powers all the time, whereas others do not use the powers you have attained, that is, the sustenance you have received at all times. That is, you do not put the sustenance into a practical form. This is why, even though you receive the most elevated sustenance, you remain weak, and the lines of your fortune are broken. In the same way, take the line of the study. The aim and objective of the study is to claim an elevated status. The Father, the teacher, teaches the same study to you all, and he teaches you at the same time. Nevertheless, not all of you have the same intoxication or status of the elevated Brahman life and study. Because you do not constantly keep the status of the angelic form and the deity form in your awareness, because nevertheless, not all of you have the same intoxication or status of the elevated Brahman life and study, because you do not constantly keep the status of the angelic form and the deity form in your awareness. There is a difference in each one's line of fortune. The same applies in the line of service. Father Brahma reminded you of the speciality of service in the blessings in the final moments of the corporeal form, and the blessings in Brahma Baba's final moments. Be incorporeal, viceless, and egoless. You cannot give the fruit of service to any soul without stabilizing yourself in the incorporeal stage. And if we don't stabilize in the incorporeal stage, because the arrow from the soul strikes souls. If you are not constantly stable in this stage, the one you serve are not able to become constant embodiments of remembrance. So deep. If we're not in the right stage and we serve someone, they will never become the embodiment of remembrance close to God and take sustenance from God. In the same way, for being viceless, if you have any trace of vice, it will not allow another soul to be transformed from the Shudra clan to the Brahmin clan. If we're serving someone with our weaknesses, they will never become free from their weaknesses. How deep, how deep. They will be struggling with their sanskaras and karma. That soul will also have to labor. And this is why that soul will be unable to experience the fruit of love constantly. The meaning of serving with humility is to be an embodiment of that fruit and bow down. Without humility, there cannot be renewal. That is, there cannot be success in service. To put these three blessings, incorporeal, viceless, and egoless, into practical service constantly is what is called the unbroken line of fortune. Now check all 4 lines of fortune. Are they unbroken and constant, or are they broken? Are they clear or unclear? You have become the lucky handful out of multi-millions, but you must become a few out of those who are the few out of those multi-millions will be respected by all and become worthy of worship in the future. The sign of those whose lines of fortune are unbroken is that they are even now loved by all of the Brahmin family because they are respected. Everyone's blessings make the lines of fortune of the elevated souls sparkle. When the lines of fortune are sparkling, soul doesn't make any effort. They're carried with blessings and fortune. So ask yourself, who am I? So did you hear what Baba saw today? People of the world say that God is the sustainer, that he is the bestower of life, but they don't even have the introduction of the bestower of life. Whereas you say with intoxication, how God is the bestower of life and the sustainer, you also receive sustenance through Brahma, the mother, and you have become worthy souls by following the Father's elevated instructions. The Father makes you children worthy, and the mother makes you strong. So you have both of these experiences, do you not? Acha. There are more from the Gita Patshalas, the sub-centers, who have come. So who are the ones from the Gita Patshalas? The ones who listen to the knowledge of the Gita are Arjuna. So do you listen in the consciousness of being Arjuna? Or is Arjuna someone else? Do you consider yourself to be Arjuna? So always listen whilst experiencing being Arjuna, and that God himself is especially giving you the knowledge of the Gita. So all of those from the Gita Patshalas will become number 1. Listen in this way and you will go ahead. The Gita Patshalas are good to keep the teachers busy. The Gita Patshalas make you tour around and also keep you busy. Very good expansion takes place too. They require less labor and are more helpful. This is the greatness of those from the Gita Patshalas. Is it not? They invite all the teachers to come and, share Baba's knowledge. They invite all their neighbors, etc., and to come and share knowledge and things. And then they have a little tea party. London does a lot of that service. This is why the Father loves those from the villages. Maya also comes in large forms at the larger places, whereas those from the villages have the Maya of villages. Therefore, those of you from the villages are very good. Where have the greatest number come from? Acha. Wherever you may be from, all of you are at this moment Madhuban residents. What is the permanent address of all the teachers? It is Madhuban, is it not? There are shops, and this is your home. So which do you remember more? Honestly, which do you remember more? The home or the shop? Some remember the shop more. Even when they sleep, they only remember the shop. But all of you can stabilize your intellect wherever you choose. Even while living at a center, you can be a Madhuban resident, and while living in Madhuban, you can be a server. Do you practice this? Think about it, and you will be able to stabilize in that stage in a second. This is the speciality of the teacher's stage. Your intellects are also surrendered, are they not? Or have you surrendered them just for doing service? A surrendered intellect means you are able to be stable, you are able to stabilize it wherever you choose and whenever you choose. Deep checking point of a surrendered intellect. If I can think of something that's so powerful at that moment and the intellect doesn't get distracted. This is the sign of your speciality. You have surrendered with your intellects, have you not? Or is it that you have only half surrendered your intellects and fully surrendered your bodies? Some teachers say that when they sit for yoga, instead of becoming soul conscious, they remember their service. Checking point when we sit for remembrance, to become soul conscious, the intellect's going in service, going in other directions. It's a sign that the intellect's not surrendered. It should not be like that, because if at the final moment you think about service instead of becoming bodiless, you will fail the paper of a second. At that time, there has to be the stage of just one Father, incorporeal, egoless, and viceless, and of not remembering anything else. Where our interest is, that's where our intellect will go. This is the final stage that Father Brahma created, completely incorporeal. When you start doing service, you would be in a corporeal form. Therefore, let there be the practice of creating whatever stage you choose, whenever you choose. Otherwise, you will be deceived. Don't think, at least I did not have a bad or sinful thought. It was only a thought about service. However, this means that there is no controlling power. Can't control the mind and intellect, and will always be deceived then. If there is no controlling power, there cannot be ruling power. You will then not be able to become a ruler. So practice this from now on. You have to practice this over a long period of time from now. Look at the word Baba's using. Do not be flippant about this. Do not be careless. So, did the teachers hear what they have to practice? You will then be called the teachers who follow the Father. Always keep Father Brahma and the 3 blessings in front of you and follow them. The 3 blessings: incorporeal, egoless, and viceless. This is easy, is it not? These last blessings are very powerful. If you constantly keep these 3 blessings in your consciousness and put them into practice, you will definitely have a right to the Father's heart throne and the future kingdom. Acha. To all the children who are constantly knowledgeful and powerful like the Father, to the fortunate children whose lines of elevated fortune from the bestower of fortune are constantly clear, to the special souls who are equal to the Father and have received the 3 blessings from the Father, to the ones who constantly move ahead with their sustenance and study of the Brahman life to the eternally fortunate children, Pap Dada's love, remembrance, and namaste. So to a group from Maharashtra, do you always experience yourselves to be full with all attainments? You never become empty, do you? The Father has given you so many attainments that if you accumulate all of those attainments in yourselves, you can never become empty. It isn't even a question of anything for just this birth, for the attainments of this birth will be with you for many births. Since He has given you so many, that they will also last you in the future, how can you be empty at this time? If your intellects remain empty, what's a sign of the intellects remaining empty? There will be fluctuation. If something is not full, it wobbles. So the sign of being full is that Maya has no margin to come. It is Maya that makes you wobble. So does Maya come or not? Does she enter your thoughts? For half the cycle, you have experienced the kingdom of Maya, and you are now going to your own kingdom. When you become a conqueror of Maya, your own kingdom will come. And the easy way to become a conqueror of Maya is to remain constantly full of all attainments. Do not remain deprived of a single attainment. Have all attainments. It should not be, I have all of this, and it doesn't matter if I don't have that one thing. If you lack anything in the slightest way, Maya will not leave you alone. She will find that little gap, you know. She will make you wobble in that area. So let there not be any margin for Maya to come. If Maya comes and you then have to chase her away, time is wasted doing that. So have you become a conqueror of Maya? Do not think that you will become that in 2 or 3 years. For Brahmins, the slogan is, if not now, then never. Now, according to the speed of time, anything can happen at any time. Therefore, become intense effort makers. And today's blessing, May you be a conqueror of attachment. What brings Maya? Attachment. May you be a conqueror of attachment, and will all your treasures, as well as your time and thoughts, just as everything is willed to the children, in the same way, when you make the Father your heir and will everything to him, you then receive will power. With this will power, your attachment will automatically be finished. Just as Sakar Father fully willed himself, in the same way, all of you have to will the treasures of your awareness, time, and thoughts. That is, you have to use everything according to Srimad for service, and you will become a conqueror of attachment and free from bondage. Everything is Baba's. You have to keep practicing that. Everyone belongs to Baba. Everything belongs to Baba. Easy way to will everything and become conquerors of attachment. The minute we say mine, so much stress. And the slogan, in order to be loving to one another, imbibe the virtues of easiness and tolerance. In order to be loving to one another, imbibe the virtues of easiness and tolerance. And notice for today is the third Sunday, International Yoga Day. All of Baba's children will sit for meditation from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. in their merciful form of a bestower, being stable in your completely pure form, and do the service of giving all souls a drop of purity, happiness, and peace. There is a link, the Zoom link for World Peace Meditation, and that link has gone through as well. 6:30 to 7:30 is very powerful when we sit with everyone and send our vibrations and Baba's peace and Baba's love and mercy to the world. Even half an hour if you can sit. This is our service that's required now. This is our service that's required now. Acha. Om Shanti. So I invite everyone, whoever would like to unmute and share. Anyone from the class here? I think I should invite Sister Maggie and Sister Nita. to come say hello to the family and everyone else saying yes. Okay. And they saying no. So warm welcome to our angels. So lovely having you. Sweet. Anyone would like to unmute and share?
Om Shanti. Thank you, Shirley Benji. Thanks,
Om
Baba.
Shanti Maribai. Love to the Botswana family. Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much. Like the point Baba says, humility. Without humility, there can't be any service. And I need to be in the incorporeal stage because the soul sends the vibrations to the souls. So being incorporeal, lifeless, and egoless is the point I like to practice. Thank you so much, Pen. Om Shanti.
Thank you. So powerful when we are in the incorporeal stage, and when we serve others, we actually free them as well. And the viceless stage, we free them from vices. And when we serve with humility, great humility, they are sustained. And they take that blessings from Baba. So powerful. So powerful. How we serve, even our thoughts that we have for each one makes a difference. So in the stage that we serve and sustain souls, so how Brahma Baba practiced in corporeal stage, egoless and viceless stage, we have to increase that so powerfully, then service will increase as well. Then others will be uplifted as well. Anyone else?
Om Shanti, sister, and Om Shanti, everybody. Good morning.
Om Shanti, Brother Michael.
Yes, the same point brother shared now also came to me very powerfully this morning. Be incorporeal, viceless, and egoless. You cannot give the fruit of service to any soul without stabilizing yourself in the incorporeal stage, because the arrow from the soul strikes souls. And I just wrote here, and then further, any vices or ego that I have within me when I try and serve will contaminate the knowledge that I'm trying to give to others. This was my journey, I need really deep introspection and honesty to see where I am coming from. And Baba goes on to say, without humility, there cannot be renewal. That is, there cannot be success in service. So there's that really deep questioning of whenever I serve, am I aware of the fact that I'm serving from my ego or from that place where I'm totally surrendered to Baba and saying, Baba, I am just going to be an instrument and I am going to just allow the service to come from you through my soul to other souls. Thank you so much. Om Shanti.
So powerful, Brother Michael. Thank you to leave us with that powerful awareness. No matter where we are, with who we are, it's not what we do, it's how we do service and how we serve each one. Thanks for that blessing. And we take this blessing from Baba and from Mother Brahma as well, how we serve each one, whether we're cooking and whatever, what consciousness that we have, being a trustee and letting the magic emerge in every moment from every soul. The other thought that I've been practicing, Brother Yogesh read Murli on Thursday, and what he reminded us that was so powerful, well, the Jivan Mukti stage that he spoke about, and how we need to emerge that Jivan Mukti stage. But the practice that was so powerful for me every day, to really emerge the best of ourselves, because Baba is giving us all the tools, all the gifts, all the blessings every day in the Murli, through yoga, and how to emerge the best of ourselves every day. Not even Baba that's going to do that for us. He gives us the gifts and tools, and we need to emerge that of ourselves. And I find that is so powerful, so powerful. So thank you all. And thank you, Avinal Bhai, for doing the music and
Shanti.
hosting. Om
Thank you.
Shanti Bhai. And thank you, everyone. Take care. Have a powerful week. When is Christmas? Next Saturday. So Vedanti Ben will be reading Murli for us next Saturday. Thank you. Thanks. Bye.
They say the wind calls your name as she carries you down, and the trees whisper poems of love when your feet touch the ground. And the mountains shed tears when they feel you pass by. They know you have returned, and the circle is joined by the birth of a star. Now will you go, will you go, will you go, dancing with me tonight? Will you teach me to fly away to the places you see in your mind? Will you wrap me in a cloak of peace when you say your goodbye? For my heart broken too when I lost sight of you and the hope of the star child. Now will you show away from the darkness and fear, from the twisted beliefs we cling to, and from the deep veil of tears. Will you carry us home across a bright field of gold? For God is revealed, and the promise is sealed at the birth of the star child, and the world is reborn. It's the end of the storm at the birth of the star child.
Om Shanti Om. Nice aim to keep. How can I recognize Shiv Baba like how Brahma Baba recognized Baba? And because he recognized Shiv Baba completely, he claimed the full inheritance from Baba and became the #1 soul. Have a powerful day, everyone.